Hey, what's going on? It's Craig Bennett, aka Cash King, here back for another NBA Prize Picks video. If you haven't checked it out, I did an early video where I dropped 4 picks this morning. This one I got 5 that I'll go through, give you my analysis on each one if you want to play and fade them. Hopefully, it just helps you in the research process and make those decisions. Hopefully, win some money. Again, had a great night yesterday. The main video went 5 for 6, and our early one went 4 for 5. So hopefully you're able to jump on those and make some money. And again, if these videos help you at all, you find value in them, hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and we'll keep knocking them out. But with that, let's dive right in. All right, like always, as you can see in the background here, I have the Prizepicks desktop version, and we'll go through each pick, and I'll give you my analysis of each one. Like I said, we got 5 that I'm kind of eyeballing here. This is not the strongest card for me, in my opinion. It's a Saturday slate. Again, we're getting close to the trade deadline in NBA next Thursday, so there's a lot of crazy things happen. I saw something talking about LeVert just a few minutes ago, so just keep an eye on all this stuff. You know, it's going to be a lot of things are going to happen from now up until next Thursday. So keep that in mind when making your decisions with these picks. Maybe you want to hold off and wait closer to lock and not get that best line, or maybe you want to take a chance. But just keep that in mind as we go through this. So, and again, if you don't have that Prizepicks account, head on over there, use promo code DFSArmy and get that 100% instant deposit up to $100. But with that, let's dive right in here. First one we're going to go at is points, rebounds, and assists. And we're going right back to the well here. It's one that we profited yesterday. The situation for me is actually better, but we're going to go points, rebounds, and assists, and we're going to go our boy Lou Dort. Now, they are hurting here with no Shea. Earl's out. Earl Robinson is out for a while too, so he's just picking up a little bit of everything, right? He's went over this mark 4 out of the last 5 games. Going up against a Sacramento defense is ranked 29th in points allowed, 24th in rebounds allowed, and 19th in assists allowed, and 30th in shooting guard defense. Again, it's a great matchup. Yes, they're on a back-to-back, but I think this is a situation. They're 7-point dogs, but man, they've been heavy dogs in a lot of these games, and this team just continues to fight. Just looking at it, Mike Muscala is doubtful, but Isaiah Roby is questionable. And then on the Sacramento side, De'Aaron Fox is questionable, and so is Bagley. So, but again, Sacramento team that doesn't play a lot of defense here. Lou Dort, when he gets in these hot streaks and very aggressive, I like to play him like this. And again, we're going to go right back to well here. We had it at over 24.5 points, rebounds, assists yesterday. He put up 32. I got this close to sitting around 31 for him. So there's a lot of room on this, and it's definitely my favorite bet on this card of 5 here. So Lou Dort over 25.5 points, rebounds, and assists. The next one we're going to look at here, we're actually going to go over at points. Now, I'm going to tell you the rationale behind this one because I think you got to make your decision on how you think this game's going to go, right? Now we saw Portland kind of shift things around a little bit and trade Norman Powell off to the Clippers with Rocco, and they've got Justice Winslow, Bledsoe in that trade there. So they're doubtful to play today. So I think on Portland, they're going to be in a back-to-back. They're playing Milwaukee, which is tough. However, looking at CJ McCollum and Anthony Simons, we're going to take the over points on Anthony Simons. And the reason why I say this is because he's the younger out of the two between CJ. If this gets out of hand by any stretch of the imagination, CJ McCollum is going to be the first one they sit over Anthony Simons. Anthony Simons will probably play along Dennis Smith Jr. And it's just one of those things where if Milwaukee does hand it to them, I can see Simons getting there more than I can McCollum. Also, I think Drew Holiday is going to play defense on McCollum, so I'm low on McCollum for that. If you think Drew Holiday is going to play on Anthony Simons instead, then maybe you want to switch these two. I just think that they're going to play Drew more on CJ McCollum here, which hopefully would open up Anthony Simons up a little bit. But however you feel like that's going to take that in consideration when you're making these picks, because that's going to dictate, these picks on the Portland side. They are shorthanded. They're on a back-to-back. Again, it's a pretty, Milwaukee's favored by 10.5 in this game. But again, the minutes are going to be there for him. He played 37 minutes last night against OKC, shot 7 for 15. The minutes are going to be there. He's averaged over 35 minutes a game. So I think regardless of what happens here, we should see a lot of Anthony Simons. So we're just going to go the over on points there, and hopefully that does hold true. The next one we're going to go here, we're going to go back over to rebounds, and we're going to, again, stay with this OKC team. Like I said, they're kind of hurting down in the front court. So we're going to look at Darius Bazley over 7.5 rebounds. It's one of those cases, again, Sacramento is ranked 24th in the association in rebounds allowed, 15th in power forward defense. In the last 2 games where there hasn't been any the injuries that they've sustained, with no, Shea out there, which he likes to get some rebounds once in a while, and then Robinson Earl, he's just been playing a lot of minutes, 35 and 30, basically 36 minutes average the last 2 games with 11 and 12 rebounds there. And I think we're going to continue to see that. He's going to be in the starting lineup. The minutes are going to be there for him. Going up against a team that doesn't rebound very well. Again, it's a 7-point spread, but this OKC team has been playing with a lot of grit, and I don't see that changing at all here. I see them continuing to go after it. And again, Mike Muscala is doubtful. I think Isaiah Roby's going to be back, but he's probably just slide in more of that Muscala role. I don't think he would just slide into the starting lineup with the way Bazley's been playing. But we'll have to look at that as well, because if Bazley was coming off the bench, I wouldn't like this. So keep that in mind if you're wanting to wait more for when this game starts to plug this play in. But with Muscala out, Bazley's been starting. I would think they would let him continue to start if Roby comes back and have him come off the bench. But again, over 7.5 rebounds against a team that doesn't rebound very well. I'm all about that. The next pick we're going to go here, we're actually going to go over to assists. We're going to go look at the Miami Heat, and we're going to go Kyle Lowry over 6.5 assists here. Now with Kyle Lowry, it's a 3. They're going up against Charlotte. Charlotte is 30th in the NBA in assists allowed. They are 3-point favorites. Miami is. I really like this over. He's averaging 7.8 assists over his last 10 games, 7.4 over his last 5. He's just got 1 game back under his belt. He was basically out for a while, but he played 25 minutes that game. I think they're going to ramp up his minutes a little bit here, and he'll get backed up a little over 30, and I think that'll be enough for him to hit his assists in a team that's not doing, that is one of the worst in allowing assists here. So again, first game back against the Spurs, only played 25 minutes. He was out since January 15th, but I think his minutes are going to be right back up there. And just because I think that's the way it's going to go and the matchup at hand, I think this is too low. It should be 7.5 or something. So again, we're going to go lean the over on this. And before that injury, and before the February 3rd game, he went over this number 6 out of the last 7 games. So again, we're going to go over Kyle Lowry 6.5 assists. And if you think it's a game where his minutes are going to be monitored, or if we get that, or if we get anything from Spoelstra of what he's going to do, then maybe we'll lean the under. But with everything I'm looking at, and we look at minutes wise, if he's going to play anywhere near 30 or 30 plus minutes, we're going to lean the over here. The last one we're going to look at is kind of what I talked about early with Anthony Simons, right? We're going to actually go over to fantasy score, and we're going to come down to CJ McCollum, and we're actually going to go under 36 fantasy points here. This is a situation they played OKC last night, right? And he didn't get it done against them. And now he gets Milwaukee. Now, you beat Milwaukee from the 3-point line. He could get hot and maybe get you there, yes. But I think with Anthony Simons out there and with how shorthanded they are, Milwaukee should be able to crush them. And I just going to lean the under here. Again, going up against Milwaukee is never a good thing. And then just this, line, get a few turnovers. It just doesn't look good. He's went under this in 3 of his last 5. And again, playing OKC the last 2 times and only hitting 31, and then going and playing Milwaukee on a back-to-back with, pretty shorthanded, probably pretty winded after that last game. We're going to go ahead and take the under on CJ McCollum. So little recap here. We got Lou Dort over 25.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Anthony Simons over 18.5 points. Darius Bazley over 7.5 rebounds, Kyle Lowry over 6.5 assists, and CJ McCollum under 36 fantasy points. Again, not my favorite card in the world, so I would play light if I was playing tonight. Not one that I absolutely love here. We got a bigger card tomorrow for Sunday, so hopefully we can find a few better lines, but I'm going to continue to put out this content as long as you keep hitting that like button, subscribe to the channel, and letting me know in the comments you want it. I will keep putting out for you. And again, have a fantastic Saturday, and I will see you on the flip side. Deuces.